Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Real Talk English. I'm Emily.
And I'm Jack. Today, we are diving into one of the most confusing yet most important words in the entire English language.
Exactly, Jack. If you can master this one word, your English will jump from textbook level to native level instantly. We're talking about the word take.
Wait, Emily, isn't take just, grabbing something? Like, I take my phone?
Oh, Jack, that's just the tip of the iceberg. In real life, we use take for time, for medicine, for transport, and even for expressing our opinions.
Whoa, okay. I think I've been using it wrong this whole time.
Don't worry, you're not alone. Most learners sound like robots because they use words like use or bring when they should be using take.
All right, I'm ready. Let's get started. But wait, before we dive in, if you want to stop sounding like a robot and start speaking real English, hit that subscribe button.
Yes, join the Real Talk English family. Now, Jack, let's start with a very common mistake. Imagine you're going to work. Do you say, I use the bus?
Yeah, I use the bus to go to work. Is that wrong?
It's not wrong, but it sounds very formal, like a manual. Native speakers say, take the bus.
Ah, okay. So I take the bus, I take the train, I take a taxi.
Perfect. Take plus transport. It's the natural way to say you're traveling.
What about my car? Do I say I take my car?
Actually, no. For a car, we usually say, I drive. But for any public transport or someone else driving you, it's always take.
Got it. Take the subway, take an Uber.
Exactly. Now, let's move to something even more common, time. Jack, how long does it drive you to get ready in the morning?
It drives me? That sounds weird.
Exactly. You should say, how long does it take you?
Oh, so it takes me 20 minutes to get ready.
Perfect. It takes plus person plus time. Let's practice this. Everyone listening, repeat after Jack.
It takes me 10 minutes. It takes me an hour.
Great. And Jack, what about a long-term goal, like learning English?
It takes years to master English.
True, but with Real Talk English, it takes much less time.
Nice one, Emily. Okay, so transport and time. What's next?
The health secret. When you feel a headache coming on, what do?
I drink a pill?
No, this is a classic mistake. We never drink or eat medicine in English. We take medicine.
Oh, right. Take a pill, take an aspirin, take vitamins.
Spot on. Take plus medicine. Jack, give me an example.
I need to take some medicine because I have a terrible flu.
Perfectly natural. Now, let's look at something people do every single day. Look at me, Jack. If I want to capture a moment with my camera, what do?
You make a photo?
Close, but no. We take a photo or take a picture.
Right. Can you take a photo of me, please?
Yes, and if you're taking many, you say, I'm taking lots of pictures on my vacation.
Okay, so far we have take the bus, transport, it takes time, duration, take medicine, health, take a photo, action.
You're on fire, Jack. Now let's talk about rest. When you're tired at work, what do you do for 10 minutes?
I have a break.
You can say have a break, but take a break is extremely common in American and British English. It sounds more active, like you are choosing to stop.
I'm exhausted. I need to take a break.
Exactly. And after the break, if you're still tired, you might take a nap.
Oh, I love that one. Take a nap, a short sleep during the day.
Yes, take a nap, take a rest, take a seat. Wait, take a seat? That means sit down, right?
Yes, if someone enters your office, don't just say sit. That sounds like you're talking to a dog.
Okay, take a seat is much more polite. I'll remember that.
All right, let's do a quick check. Jack, I'm going to give you a situation and you tell me the take phrase.
I'm ready. Bring it on. Situation 1. You have a headache.
I'll take an aspirin.
Situation 2, you're at a beautiful park with your friend.
I'll take a photo of the trees.
Situation 3, you have a meeting in the city center and don't want to drive.
I'll take the subway.
Excellent. You see how take is like a Swiss Army knife? It does everything.
It really does. But Emily, I've heard people say things like take a look or take a chance. Are those different?
Ooh, great question. Those are what we call phrasal expressions, and they are the secret to sounding truly advanced. But before we get into those, let's take a quick active practice for our listeners.
Yes, guys, listen closely. I'm going to say a sentence with a mistake, and I want you to fix it using take. Ready? Sentence is, it uses 2 hours to finish my homework. The correct answer is, it takes 2 hours to finish my homework.
Good job. Let's do one more.
I drank a pill for my fever. The correct answer is, I took a pill for my fever.
Fantastic. Now, Jack, are you ready to go deeper? Because take is about to get a lot more interesting in the next part.
I'm definitely ready. Let's keep going.
All right, Jack, you did great with the basics. But now we need to talk about something that confuses everyone.
Oh boy, here we go. What is it?
The difference between take and bring.
Wait, I thought they were the same. Like, bring me that or take me that.
Not exactly. Think of it like this. Bring is for movement towards the speaker. Take is for movement away from the speaker.
Okay, so if I'm at home and I'm going to a party, I take a bottle of juice with me.
Exactly, because you are moving away from your home. But when you arrive at the party, you tell the host, look, I brought some juice.
Ah, so take is go with and bring is come with.
Spot on. Imagine your mom says, don't forget to take your umbrella. She says take because you are leaving the house.
That makes so much sense. I've been saying bring your umbrella while leaving for years. No wonder people looked at me funny.
It's a tiny detail, but it makes a huge difference in how natural you sound. Now, let's look at another advanced use. Take a look.
Take a look. That just means look, right?
Yes, but look at this sounds a bit like a command. Can you take a look at this? Sounds professional and friendly.
Like at work. Hey, Emily, can you take a look at my report?
Exactly. It means give me your opinion or check for mistakes.
Ooh, I like that. It sounds much more office-friendly.
It is. Now, Jack, let's talk about take a chance.
Like gambling?
Not just gambling. It means doing something even if you might fail. For example, I decided to take a chance and start my own YouTube channel.
Like Real Talk English. We took a chance and now we're here with all these amazing learners.
Exactly. And when you take a chance, you sometimes have to take a risk.
Take a risk. So you can't succeed in life without taking a risk.
Perfect sentence, Jack. Now, let's get into the tricky part. Phrasal verbs with take. These are like secret codes.
I'm ready. Give me the first one.
Take off.
Oh, I know this one. It's for airplanes. The plane takes off at 7 p.m.
Yes, that's one meaning. But what if I say, Jack, your YouTube channel is really taking off?
Does it mean it's flying away?
No, it means it's becoming very successful very quickly.
Oh, wow. I want my English to take off like that.
It will. And there's a third meaning for take off. Look at my hat. If I move it from my head, I take it off.
So 1, plane leaving the ground. 2, becoming successful. 3, removing clothes or accessories.
Exactly. English is crazy, right? One phrase, 3 meanings.
It's a lot to remember.
Don't worry, Jack. Let's do a real talk exercise. Listeners, I want you to choose the right meaning of take off in this sentence. It's very hot in here. I'm going to take off my jacket. Is it A, success, B, an airplane, or C, removing clothes?
The answer is C, removing clothes.
Well done. Okay, let's try one more phrasal verb. This one is very important for jobs. Take over.
Take over. Does that mean like a superhero taking over a city?
Sometimes, but usually it means to take control of something. For example, when the manager retired, Sarah took over the company.
So if I'm driving and I get tired, I can say to you, Emily, can you take over the driving?
Exactly. You want me to take control of the wheel.
Got it. Take over equals take control.
And what about take after?
I take after my father.
Yes. What does it mean?
It means I look like him or I act like him.
Perfect. You take after someone in your family. You really take after your mom with that great smile, Jack.
Aw, thanks, Emily.
You're welcome. Now, Jack, there's one take phrase that is very common in debates or when giving opinions. Take on.
Take on. Like, what is your take on this?
Yes. What's your take on this situation? It means, what is your opinion?
Wait, so take can mean opinion too.
In this specific phrase, yes. What's your take on the new movie?
My take on it is that it was too long and boring.
Excellent use, Jack. You're sounding more native every minute.
I'm feeling more confident too. But Emily, I have a question. When someone says, take your time, are they being mean? Like, you're being too slow?
Oh, absolutely not. It's actually the opposite. It's very kind. Take your time with the report means do it well. Don't worry about the clock.
Okay, I'm feeling good about this. Let's recap this advanced section before we move to the final part.
Let's do it. Take versus bring. Take is away and bring is towards. Take a look means check something. Take a chance or risk mean try something difficult. Take off means success, airplane, or removing clothes. Take over means take control. Take after means you resemble a family member. Take your time mean no rush.
That's a lot of take. But wait, there's more, isn't there?
Oh, we haven't even talked about take up or take out yet.
All right. Let's keep this momentum going.
All right, Jack, we've covered the basics and the phrasal verbs. Now it's time for the extra flavor, the idioms.
The extra flavor? You mean the phrases that don't make sense if you translate them word for word?
Exactly. But these are the ones that make people say, wow, your English is incredible. Let's start with the funny one, to take something with a grain of salt.
A grain of salt? Like on my fries?
Not quite. If you take something with a grain of salt, it means you don't completely believe it because it might be exaggerated or untrue.
Oh, so if my friend says he met a famous movie star in the supermarket, I should take it with a grain of salt?
Exactly, Jack. Because he might be joking or lying. You take it, but you stay skeptical.
I love that. Take it with a grain of salt. Okay, what's the next one?
How about to take the words right out of my mouth?
Wait, I was just about to say that.
See, you just did it. When someone says exactly what you were thinking, you say, you took the words right out of my mouth.
That's a great one for conversations. It shows you agree 100%.
Precisely. Now, here is one for when life gets difficult. Take it on the chin.
Take it on the chin like a boxer?
Yes, it means to accept a difficult situation or criticism without complaining. You stay strong even when things are tough.
I lost my job, but I'm going to take it on the chin and look for a better one.
That's the spirit, Jack. And finally, my favorite chill idiom, take it easy.
I know this one. It's like saying goodbye, right?
Yes, it can be a way to say goodbye, like bye, take it easy, but it also means to relax and not get stressed.
I'm going to the beach this weekend to take it easy.
Perfect. Now, Jack, we've shared a lot of take secrets today. I think it's time for the ultimate real talk challenge for our listeners.
I'm ready. Listeners, are you ready?
I'm going to give you a short story, and I want you to find the 3 mistakes using take.
Yesterday, it drank me 30 minutes to go to work. I brought the bus, and then I made a photo of my office. It was a busy day.
Did you find them? Let's reveal the answers.
Not drank me 30 minutes. It took me 30 minutes. Not brought the bus. I took the bus. Not made a photo. I took a photo.
If you got all 3 right, you are officially a Real Talk English master.
Wow, Emily, I feel like my English has just taken off.
Nice pun, Jack. And to all our learners out there, remember, don't try to memorize everything today. Start by using just one phrase we learned.
Exactly. Maybe today you take a nap or you take a look at your old notes. Just start.
And speaking of starting, we want to hear from you.
Yes, our question of the day is, how long does it take you to get to work or school every morning?
Write your answer in the comments below using the phrase, "It takes me." We'll read and reply to as many as we can.
And don't forget, if this video helped you, give us a thumbs up and share it with a friend who is also learning English.
Subscribe to Real Talk English so you don't miss our next deep dive. We're here to help you speak natural, real English every single day.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Take it easy, everyone.
Bye for now. See you in the next episode.